Welcome to our first IELTS reading lesson. Today we will focus on understanding how IELTS reading passages are structured. We will also explore key text features like headings, footers, and captions. These elements can help you locate information faster and answer questions accurately. So let's get started. Why passage structure matters. Before we dive in, why should you understand the structure of an IELTS passage? First of all, it helps you predict where information is located. So, for example, if you are looking for a specific number in a passage, if you understand the passage structure, you can easily locate that number. Second, it makes answering questions like matching the headings, summary completion, and true, false, or not given much easier. Number 3, it helps you read faster and find key details quickly. Now, the typical structure of an IELTS reading passage. Most IELTS reading passages follow a logical structure similar to articles or essays. Here's what you need to look for. Number 1, heading. A heading is a title at the top of a passage, section, or paragraph. It gives you an idea of the main topic of the text. In IELTS, you may need to match headings to paragraphs in matching headings question. For example, a passage about space exploration might have the heading, The Future of Space Travel. Number 2, introduction, which is also known as the first paragraph. It basically introduces the main topic of the passage. It also provides the background information or definitions which are essential for your understanding. If you are unsure what the passage is about, read the first paragraph carefully. You will surely understand the main idea. Number 3, the body paragraphs, which are also known as the main content. Each paragraph discusses one key idea or argument. The first sentence of each paragraph often contains the main idea. This is useful for skimming and scanning. So, for example, in a passage about climate change, one paragraph might focus on rising temperatures while the other discusses sea level rise. Now, the last part is the conclusion. It summarizes the key points or provides a final argument. It often contains phrases like in conclusion, overall, or to summarize. If a passage has a conclusion, it's useful for summary completion questions. Additional text features in IELTS reading passages. In IELTS reading, you may also see other important text features. The subheadings, which is found between paragraphs to introduce new sections or ideas. It basically helps organize information and improve readability. For example, in a passage about the history of aviation, subheadings might be early flight experiments and the invention of the airplane. Number 2, footers, or also known as footnotes. This is a small text at the bottom of the page that provides additional information, sources, or definitions. Footnotes are not always essential but may help clarify difficult words or concepts. So basically, it enhances your understanding. Captions. Short descriptions under pictures, tables, or diagrams in the passage are known as captions. These help explain the visual information. So, whenever you see a picture, you will see a small explanation under the picture. This is known as the caption. So, for example, a caption under a graph might read, Graph showing global temperature rise from 1900 to 2020. Bullet points and numbered lists. These are basically used to list key points or steps in a process. It is basically easier to scan for specific details. For example, a passage about saving water might include bullet points like turn off taps when not in use, use water-efficient appliances. These are also very helpful when you're doing skimming and scanning in IELTS reading. Now let's have a little practice session. Let's practice identifying structure with a short passage. Read this passage and answer the questions that I will provide to you afterwards. Now, I want you to take a moment and pause the video, and I want you to read this paragraph carefully. After reading it, you should take some time to analyze it also, so that you can easily answer the questions that I will give you afterwards. Okay, I'm sure you have read this passage by pausing the video. So let's analyze it together. The first is the Eiffel Tower, a landmark of innovation. So as you can see, this is the heading. The Eiffel Tower, built in 1889, is one of the most famous landmarks in the world. It was originally constructed as a temporary structure for the Paris World's Fair. However, due to its popularity, it remained standing and became a symbol of France. Now, this paragraph is the introduction, also known as the opening paragraph. It gives you an idea of how the arguments are going to progress in the coming passages. The next passage: the tower stands 330 meters tall and was designed by Gustav Eiffel. It was the tallest structure in the world at the time of its completion. The iron framework and lattice design were revolutionary in engineering. Now, this is the body paragraph 1. Now, what does this discuss? It basically discusses the history and design of the Eiffel Tower. Now, the next passage: today, the Eiffel Tower attracts millions of visitors every year. Tourists can take an elevator to the top for a breathtaking view of Paris. Despite its age, it continues to be maintained and modernized. Now, this is the body paragraph number 2. Now, what does this address? It basically addresses the modern use of Eiffel Tower. Now, let's answer some questions related to the passage. What is the heading of the passage? As we have discussed before, the answer to this is the Eiffel Tower, a landmark of innovation. What information does the introduction provide? The introduction basically provides the background information about the Eiffel Tower. Number 3, what does the body paragraph number 1 focus on? It focuses on the tower's history and design. Question number 4, what does the body paragraph 2 describe? It basically describes the tower's modern use and tourism. Okay, before we end today's lesson, let's review what we have learned. Number 1, IELTS reading passages typically have an introduction, body paragraphs, and sometimes a conclusion. Number 2, headings summarize the main topic, while subheadings introduce new sections. Number 3, footers, also known as footnotes, provide extra information, and captions explain images or paragraphs. Understanding these text features help you locate answers faster and answer questions more accurately. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson. Next time we'll focus on skimming and scanning techniques to help you read passages quickly and efficiently. That's all for today's lesson. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more informative videos related to IELTS. So keep practicing and I'll see you in the next class.